All aboard! Well, hello and welcome to this edition of Shaky Hands Shed, and may I wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And if you haven't subscribed, come on, subscribe and press that bell icon so you get notifications. Anyway, in this one we'll be taking a £1. Yep, that's all I paid for it, nobody else wanted it. A cheap £1 eBay wagon. Probably cost me under a £5 if I remember rightly, with postage, so pretty good value. And it's a pretty boring livery really, a bit childlike. So try and make it look a bit different, a bit improved. If we get that in, we've done well. And here we go. The first thing I did was to rough it up a little bit, and I used fine wire wool just to rough the paint up and remove the writing. I should have made a bit more effort as it goes to remove the writing, as we'll be seeing soon. Something I normally do every time, and I didn't bother this time. I thought, for the coat it's going in, it's yellow, and I've rubbed it down with wire wool. What could possibly go wrong? Well, you'll find out. Let's just say, always primer. And here we go, because it's yellow. I was going into a green. I thought, what could possibly be a bother? Yellow's one of the main ones you mix for green. Yeah, right, okay. And here we go, just applying the green paint. And another change I did, I used enamels. Even though I'm not a big fan of them anymore since starting using acrylics. And here's another screw up. I got black marks on it from somewhere. God knows where. They were remedied later, but anyway, this decal I'm putting on. For anybody that wants to know, there's a whole range. And you could do wagons, tankers, vans with them. But they're actually from black square decals. And they're meant for the larger scale dinky vans. And you have an whole host of companies that did drinks and industrial products like Eveready, Exide. Ideal for putting on vans. I'm going to be doing a few vans up because I've got a few tatty vans in job lots that can be restored. Anyway, there we are, it's on now, and I've just reassembled it. They're easy to unassemble and assemble again. All you do is pull out the end buffer beams at the top there to release the tank. It pulls up and out. And then you take the bottom clips off the tank, drop them down, and then the top slides off. It's easy enough to figure out. They're an easy thing to strip. And as you can see, I've got black splodges on it. I can't think where I got them from. But anyway, they're remedied. I touch it up after. What I'm using there is a Vallejo Premium Varnish. And here I'm putting some frame dirt on. I'm using Vallejo Track Primer. And it gives a dirty brown colour. Dirty browny rusty colour. And on this one I'm going to be doing less is more, because it's a foodstuffs van. It's actually side racks. They drunk it in the 50s, 60s. It was a non-alcoholic apple drink. Well, they did Apple Amper. The one I've got here is the Apple version. And like I say, it's only lightly weathered because it's food stuff. They wouldn't have got filthy, they wouldn't have allowed it. That's of course if they did actually have side racks. Tankers, I'm only supposing. And here, what I'm doing, I'm going over with some Tamiya weathering powders, only lightly here. And just doing the barest minimum of edge wear and stuff. It doesn't have to be horrendous weathering. Even that looks more than it actually is. Once I give it a spray with varnish, that tones down. And at this point I think I'm going to be putting silver on the lid. Well, the hatch, the lid, the whatever you want to call it. It's just to give a bit of different appearance. Make it look a bit nicer. Like I say, I'm not saying there were Cydrex wagons, I'm not saying they were in these colours. It's just something attractive to look at on the rails, and rather than the quite, I'm sure the one that was on it was a false livery. And there I'm just putting a bit of silver on the buffers, just again to get details that stick out. I need a new set of brushes as well, I think. I think I'll have a walk into town and go into, well, catch buzz. And go into, oh God, what's it called again? It's a bookshop and art supply shop. They do a cheap range of very good brushes. If I can think of it, I'll tell you. And there we are, I'm touching up the green, because you can see the yellow's still visible underneath. You'd have thought yellow would have covered, green would have covered yellow good. Whatever. And there we go, just, it's not quite as good hand painted, but there we go. And here I am, I'm just putting white on the handle. They were painted white, the braid candles, so this could see them clearly in fading light or at night time. They could pick it out quicker. And there we go, just a dabble of white. And here what I'm doing, I'm spraying over again with matte varnish to seal everything in. Getting quite a liberal coating, really. And there we go, the other side, give it a liberal coating. And it's kept its shine, it's gloss varnished to the top. I've only varnished the bottom half. And here we are, here's where we started. We started off with a cheap £1 wagon off eBay. And a bit childlike really, but it's begging out for a bit of attention. And here's where we finished up. Looking a bit better, looking nice in a trainload of wagons. And I may get some more side rack stickers even, and get a few more of these tanks, and do a side racks train. The world's your lobster, really. Anyway, thank you for watching, and as we say in Lancashire, tatty pie everybody, tatty pie.